spins up, the other spins
You're
down
live there,
instantly.
Exactly. And Einstein called
Ivana.
this spooky action at a distance.
That's powerful. It's the scientific version of the soulmate.
It is. It's saying that their connection is a fundamental law of
connection.
physics, not just a feeling. The writer is saying, we draw our own topography.
It's so rebellious, no reading the signs,
I'm gonna go
no
check
heeding
this
the
and see how this
caution.
sounds.
It's saying that true connection
Like
exists
live.
outside of the rules of the universe.
And it's not just romantic, there's a nerdy joy to it, too. We have to mention the
Abnormal listening behavior is defined as a chronic or acute, conscious or unconscious affect and invalid response to a given stimuli, such as hearing a bee but not wanting honey, getting excited over a girl that most don't find attractive, or not wanting to return home even if your parents are not vibrant. A wholly blind study concluded that valid emotional responses to controlled stimulus were given when subjects acted in accordance with the prescribed specifications for valid responses given to them prior to the study. As hypothesized, those acting in accordance with self-derived affect were found not to be initiating valid responses and thus were found to display abnormal and unpredictable behavior in response to the study. The affliction is contagious, found to be spread as an airborne vector through the discussion of invalid emotional responses or thoughts with other individuals, through the environment by providing opinions on invalid responses through written, auditory, or visual mediums, and through physical intimacy or passionate desire drives the libido. Treatment involves the removal of triggers that invoke valid responses, the constitution of valid responses within the afflicted, daily, lifelong post-care follow-up to ensure that the patient has correctly assimilated the prescribed emotional response plan. In rare cases, complete removal of spirit is required to prevent relapses. If you see or hear of someone displaying abnormal listening behavior, you are required to alert the local authorities immediately or risk broader community contamination with unapproved thoughts and feelings. Thank you.
So, okay, bringing this all together, we've looked at this stack of spy thrillers, ghost stories, and masturbations. Why should we care about this chaotic mix?
Well, look at the world these lyrics describe. It's terrifying. There are vampires in Brewster. There are spies in 27 cases erasing their pasts. There are newsreaders who only know what is done. It's a hostile environment.
Even the sun is breathing ice in eclipsing.
You're live too.
But in the middle of all that hostility, whether it's a war zone or a collapsing universe, the characters find each other. They use whatever tools they have available.
So if they have a radio, they listen to white noise. If they have a map, they draw new lines. If they have quantum physics, they use entanglement.
Exactly. Connection is the survival mechanism. It doesn't matter if you are alive, dead, or a ghost in a bathing suit. If you are entangled, you survive the collapse.
It's a world that rejects the newsreaders, right?
Abnormal listening behavior is defined as a chronic or acute, conscious or unconscious affect or invalid response to a given stimuli, such as hearing a bee but not wanting honey, getting excited over a girl that most don't find attractive, or not wanting to return home even if your parents are not vibrant. A wholly blind study concluded that valid emotional responses to controlled stimulus were given when subjects acted in accordance with the prescribed specifications for valid responses given to them prior to the study. As hypothesized, those acting in accordance with self-derived affect initiating valid responses and thus were found to display abnormal and unpredictable behavior in response to the study. The affliction is contagious, found to be spread as an airborne vector through the discussion of invalid emotional responses or thoughts with other individuals, through the environment by providing opinions on invalid responses through written, auditory, or visual mediums, and through physical intimacy when passionate desire drives the libido. Treatment involves the removal of triggers that invoke valid responses, the constitution of valid responses within the afflicted, daily, lifelong post-care follow-up to ensure that the patient has correctly assimilated the prescribed emotional response plan. In rare cases, complete removal of spirit is required to prevent relapses. If you see or hear of someone displaying abnormal listening behavior, you are required to alert the local authorities immediately or risk broader community contamination with unapproved thoughts and feelings.
Do you need help,
Thank you.
Danny?
Again, in Marjorie Benson, this is a character study of a town gossip.
Oh, Marjorie. We all know Marjorie. She is described as chunky monster on the dais and judging everyone in the congregation.
But note the energy description. She's described as being electric till the sun's down. She thrives on the judgment. It's a critique of hypocrisy. You know, people who are pious on Sunday but are junking on the preacher's words just to have something to whisper about later. The writer clearly has a bone to pick with organized, performative religion.
Thank you very much. Half a cup of powdered sugar, a quarter teaspoon of salt, a pinch of Turkish hashish, half a pound of butter, a teaspoon of vanilla sugar, half a pound of flour, 150 grams of ground nuts, and a little brown sugar. And no eggs. Put it in a bowl, stir in butter, add the ground nuts and knead the dough. Shape the dough into eyeball-sized pieces.
Oh yeah, you can hear it through the camera.
Roll in icing sugar and say the magic words. Simsala bimbamba, saladu, saladin.
And not people talking.
Simsala bimbamba, saladu, saladin. Place on a greased baking sheet and bake at 200 degrees for 15 minutes. Place on a greased baking sheet and bake at 200 degrees for 15 minutes. No eggs. No eggs.
Thank you.
The living bake at 200 degrees for 15 minutes. And no
Jacob interlude.
Oh my gosh, Jacob, you were the man. This is a total palate cleanser. Amidst all the ghosts and the pig gods, we get this romantic tribute to a friend who is essentially the ultimate nerd.
It celebrates his knowledge of Battlestar Galactica, Stargate Atlantis, and Deep Space Nine.
And compares his attributes to a Pepsi can.
Which is crude, yes, but it fits the vibe. It's this very real, grounded male friendship. It shows that the writer values that nerd culture connection just as much as the supernatural romance.
It feels real. You provided unequivocally rationale guidance. That's a good friend. It grounds the writer. You know, they aren't just this gothic poet, they're also a guy who watches sci-fi with his buddy.
Exactly. It adds dimension. It shows that this blasphemous cartography isn't just about tragic love, it's about finding your tribe.
Abnormal listening behavior is defined as a chronic or acute, conscious or unconscious affect or valid response to a given stimuli, such as hearing a bee but not wanting honey, getting excited over a girl that most don't find attractive, or not wanting to return home even if your parents are not fighting. A wholly blind study concluded that valid emotional responses to controlled stimulus were given when subjects acted in accordance with the prescribed specifications for valid responses given to them prior to the study. As hypothesized, those acting in accordance with self-derived affect were found not to be initiating valid responses and thus were found to display abnormal and unpredictable behavior in response to the study. The affliction is contagious, found to be spread as an airborne vector through the discussion of invalid emotional responses or thoughts with other individuals, through the environment by providing opinions on invalid responses through written, auditory, or visual mediums, and through physical intimacy when passionate desire drives the libido. Treatment involves the removal of triggers that invoke valid responses, the constitution of valid responses within the afflicted, with daily, lifelong post-care follow-up to ensure that the patient has correctly assimilated the prescribed emotional response plan. In rare cases, complete removal of spirit is required to prevent relapses. If you see or hear of someone displaying abnormal listening behavior, you are required to alert the local authorities immediately or risk broader community contamination with unapproved thoughts and feelings. Thank you.
And then that critique extends to war. A war song in B minor. This one felt different to me. It wasn't funny like Pig God. It was genuinely unsettling.
It is. The imagery relies on this awful contrast between childhood innocence and absolute horror. You have children gathering parts of their parents from the street
and putting them back together with shoelaces and hard candy. That image just stuck with me. It's so innocent, shoelaces and candy, and so gruesome at the same time. It's like they're trying to fix a broken toy, but the toy is a human body.
And then you have the banner that reads, "Thanks for the victory," while birds are literally falling dead from the sky. It emphasizes the total pointlessness of the conflict. The narrator says, no one knew who to kill, so they killed everything.
It paints a picture of a world where the leaders left the scene, and the regular people are just left with the ashes. It's incredibly bleak.
It is, but that's where the writer pivots again. This is sort of the structural genius of the stack. We have this bleak reality, we have these supernatural romances, and then we have the tool they use to navigate it all. Science.
This is the part that I think is most unique. The whole physics of emotion thing. We usually hear love songs talking about hearts and flowers, but before we get to the physics, we have to talk about the imagery. It is so vivid, and frankly, sometimes it's just gross.
It is.
We have God appearing as an obese pig, we have ghosts worried about bathing suits. It's a chaotic landscape.
It creates a very specific texture, you know. It's a world where the boundaries between life and death, science and magic, the sacred and the profane are just incredibly thin.
So, okay, let's start with the relationship dynamics. Because in these sources, love isn't boy meets girl. It's usually boy meets disaster, or boy meets witch.
There's a recurring archetype here, yes. The witch girl or the demon in a Slipknot dress. It's this idea of the femme fatale, but, you know, dialed up to supernatural levels.
The descriptions are fantastic. Here, we're talking about calculus and vectors. Why do you think the writer does that?
Well, I think it's an attempt to find certainty in a very uncertain world. Emotions are messy, ghosts are messy, math is precise.
Right.
In this calculus says it all, the breakup isn't just a breakup, it's an equation. We are vectors drawn apart.
And one equals nothing.
Right. It's using the language of hard science to describe something that is totally irrational. But the biggest concept here, and I think this is central to the whole story.
Get your butt back here, Robert. Keiko!
Relax. This is the mighty black oak. Crooked Hollow. The children say
Did it snap when you were playing with it, or did it break naturally?
It kind of like breaks naturally while I was playing with it.
It's our heart that declares yours. Every day you would find.
See if Dad can fix it, baby. Take a breath. You're fine. No, you're making yourself hurt.
The old tree takes a darling of a girl.
You're okay, take a breath.
Make me Fortunately, she was picked from the storms and the grasses.
Count to 4 out of 4.
She would carry those leaves to the top of the tree and bear her bosom and bear her what's in between. From the bells of the black oak trees to the boiling water, she would steep those leaves, barehanded until bare bone was all that ran the length of her sleeve.
So here's something for you to think about as you go about your day. We are all handed maps. Religion, society, the news, they all tell us where the roads are.
Oh, you got the
They tell
witch
us
finger.
what's
Well, is that
possible and
bear
what's
spray?
forbidden.
And where the
I thought
dead
it was
go.
bat spray.
Exactly.
I was on
But the sources today challenge us to ask, if those maps don't lead to where we want to go, do we have the courage to grab the fountain pen and draw a blast on this map? To disappear into the fathomless deep and find our own way?
Jacob!
That is the question. Thanks for dialing in with us.
Until next time.
Thank you very much. Half a cup of powdered sugar, a quarter teaspoon of salt, a pinch of Turkish hashish, half a pound of butter, a teaspoon of vanilla sugar, half a pound of flour, 150 grams of ground nuts, and a little less powdered sugar, and no eggs. Put it in a bowl, stir in butter, add the ground nuts and knead the dough. Shake the dough into eyeball-sized pieces. Roll in icing sugar and say the magic words. Simsala bimbamba, saladu, saladin. Simsala bimbamba, saladu, saladin. Place on a greased baking sheet and bake at 200 degrees for 15 minutes. Place on a greased baking sheet and bake at 200 degrees for 15 minutes. No eggs. No eggs. The living bake at 200 degrees for 15 minutes. And no.
I'm in Christopher Anthony, not your Anthony. Christopher Anthony, the one with the pretty eyeballs. Yeah, the like actual old one. Okay. That was cool too, though. But not in the way I was like, you gotta learn how that.
Give me a second.
Let him cook.
Yep. Actually, it's actually not bouncing off of that. It's bouncing off of that.
Jay's coming too. She just has to close up the shop.
All right, come here. No, sit.
Hey,
You
Chris!
gotta put-
Guess who's
just
here?
stand in the step.
Jacob. Yeah.
I know. Why is it not fucking
Gotta put this down.
Jacob.
You gotta put the finger down too. Cool.
Yeah, see that guy? Oh my God! I love your hat.
Right?
Look at that! You look like
And then let it bounce. And then you
so
hit the
Nordic.
edge. Like that.
Oh my God! How are
Love
you?
this shit.
I love you, man. Look at you. Good. Did you get taller? Yes. Oh, maybe it is the hat. Did you crochet that yourself? No. You did? Of course you did. Yeah. Oh my God. I like your shirt, Hill Valley. That's super cool. Yeah. They were just talking about you, the AI. Funny enough.
I was like, is Anthony gonna appear now?
I don't think so. That would be, if he is, he did not say he was going to. He's been kind of silent.
But I miss his pretty eyeballs.
We all just have to stare into these steep moves.
I know.
Yeah, baby.
At least Jay's here, you know.
Is she?
No, well, she has to close down the shop.
Okay.
Because she's like, no, I'm at Jay.
The
Because of Jay's
writer also has
Jay's
a lot to say
Dude,
about
yeah,
the
is it just you?
of the real world.
Oh, you're like
And wow, is it
fucking
cynical?
It is vicious. The social satire in these sources is a total whiplash from the romantic ghost stories. We go from longing and grief to just angry, biting mockery.
We have to talk about drop-off. This one is, it's bizarre. So the narrator
Hey,
is
there you go,
Barrett
Billy.
Brown,
what's that?
and he
What's the
claims
name of
he
this song,
came to
Billy?
him, but not as a burning bush or a dove or a light from
Well,
heaven.
I'm so glad that you showed up
The
with
Lord
that.
appears in the form of a swine, a dirty, filthy, enormous pig.
Pig God. And not just a pig, but a complaining pig.
It's a grotesque image. The pig god says, I am becoming obese because the world is so full of lies and sin, and the solution
You should have a good time
tells
with
the
this, I
reverend
believe.
to take
You will have a
actions
fantastic time with this.
It's such a savage
What time we got?
takedown of the prosperity gospel.
it's a little
The idea
past
that God is this
Okay,
Christmas
little
creature
past
with
good.
money to lose weight. It strips away all the holiness and just leaves the greed.
It just highlights the sheer absurdity of that kind of exploitation, and we see it again.
Normal listening behavior is defined as a chronic or acute conscious or unconscious affect and valid response to a given stimuli, such as hearing a beat but not wanting to honey, getting excited over a girl that most don't find attractive, or not wanting to return home even if your parents are not fighting. The early Brown study concluded that valid emotional responses to controlled stimulus were given when subjects acted in accordance with the prescribed specifications for valid responses given to them prior to the study. As hypothesized, those acting in accordance with self-derived affect were found not to be initiating valid responses and thus were found to display abnormal and unpredictable behavior in response to the study. The affliction is contagious, not to be spread as an airborne vector through the discussion of invalid emotional responses or thoughts with other individuals through the environment by providing opinions on invalid responses through written, auditory, or visual mediums, and through physical intimacy or passionate desire to isolate. Treatment involves the removal of triggers that invoke valid responses to constitution of valid responses within the inflicted daily lifelong post-care follow-up to ensure that the patient has correctly assimilated the prescribed dimension of response plan. On a regular basis, complete removal of scope is required to prevent relapses.
Showed up and she's
If
like,
you see or hear someone explain that they're nervous and affected,
There you go, right? You're like, well, that's not important.
your birthday?
That's not important at all.
No, but she was asking me, and I was like, well, he likes this, and she was like, oh, maybe yours. Like, no, no.
Despite all this outline from exploding 27 paces to buildings and Jacob York.
Danny, how are you?
There is a
Good
very
to see ya.
specific worldview here. The writer seems almost obsessed with blending the supernatural
I figure
with the deeply
I'm
personal.
halfway
And
there.
crucially, using hard science to explain heartbreak. That's the part that really hooked me. I mean, we aren't just looking at sad songs. We're looking at a writer trying to use the laws of the universe.
Yeah.
Things like vectors and quantum entanglement, just to make sense of human emotion.
Which is a heavy lift. So we've got witches, we've got pig gods, we've got quantum love maps. But where does it all end? Because looking at the end of the stack, there's a very strong theme of the apocalypse.
There is, but it's an interesting take on the end of the world. Usually apocalypse stories are about panic, looting, screaming. Here, it's almost acceptance.
I'm sorry, when I go is the key text here. The narrator is describing the universe folding and collapsing. He's standing on an infinite black disk.
It's cosmic horror, effectively, the end of everything. But notice the focus. It's not on the destruction, it's on the people.
There's that one specific detail. If your mom should ask of you, when you go out, wear a coat. Oblige her.
I thought it's such a beautiful, quiet moment. The universe is collapsing, stars are blinking out, but he's telling a child or a loved one, just wear the coat, it makes your mom happy.
It's so mundane.
But that's the point. It creates this tiny, warm bubble of humanity in the face of absolute oblivion. It's stoic. It's saying, we can't stop the universe from ending, but we can still be kind to each other in the last 5 minutes.
And he says, don't worry, it's just another bump in the road. It ties right back to that ghost theme, death, apocalypse. It's just a transition.
And in City, we see the environment that leads to this. The city is personified as this toxic entity. An apple fell from a tree to crush the hopes with an obscene amount of gravity. The world itself has become hostile.
So if the world is toxic and the end is coming, is there a solution? Or just acceptance?
There stood the mighty black oak. Crooked nooks and crooked holes. The children say it's been there for 1,000 years. It's also better. It's that by 11. The old tree man says, come to my oak. It's an oak of strength and an oak of time. It is our heart. Every day you have thought it.
Oh, yeah, I see a love statue. Jesus side.
The old tree man paid a darling of a girl and asked her to make the Earl Grey.
Lily, will you give me a
She would pick from the
These
assortment of grasses
are
herbs and spray.
Friday.
She would carry those leaves to the top of the tree, and bare her bosom, bare her what's in between.
Yeah.
From the boughs of the black oak tree to the boiling water, she would steep.
Okay, you want to blaze one too?
Barehanded till bare bone was all that ran the length of her sleeve.
So that's. No, the green one is mine. So you've got a necklace and you've got a bracelet. I've got a bracelet.
Who's graduating?
Never mind, you can have it because it won't fit around my wrist. Because I have a band. There you go.
I know that guy.
Thank you very much.
So I want to see if anybody knows who this is, what this is from.
That's my brother.
Turkish hashish.
Stephanie does. Jacob does. Alex
Teaspoon of
does.
vanilla sugar, half a pound of flour, 150 grams of ground nuts.
Woohoo! That's right, baby.
And no eggs. Put it in a bowl, stir in butter, add the ground nuts and knead the dough. Shape the dough into eyeball-sized pieces. Roll in icing sugar and say the magic word. Some salad and bamba, saladu, saladin. Some salad and bamba. Saladin. Place on a greased baking sheet and bake at 200 degrees for 15 minutes. Place on a greased baking sheet and bake at 200 degrees for 15 minutes. I know eggs.
Well, there is a hint of a successor, the kids.
I don't know,
In
sweetheart. It wasn't me.
There's this discussion of the generational shift. The kids are taking over.
They mention enlightened nanobot engineers and subsonic healing.
And redacted climate change. The lyrics say the later generation just needs to admit, hey, you're right. The youth have the technology, the nanobots, the new science to fix what was broken.
That's a passing of the torch. I'm sorry, when I go, everyone's coming with me.
Oh shoot, we got two minutes until we start.
It's a cycle.
Yeah, it starts. We'll start at 7:30.
The hypocrisy of the pig god, the wars with the shoelace bodies, the toxic cities, they burn away. And what's left is the
Maybe we'll delay a little bit. No, I want Jay to get here.
the new lines drawn by the people who are brave enough to love through the static.
The source news report says they only know what is done, but not what is to come.
And the protagonist is told to make your own headlines. Don't wait for the official report. Draw the map yourself.
That is a powerful place to land. It's about agency. Even if you're just a misfit kitty following a gothic summer veil, as one line puts it, you are charting your own path.
And sometimes that path leads you under the water where heaven's eyes fail to cry.
I love that.
I did not. No, that he should say
There stood the mighty black oak. Crooked notes and crooked halls. So let's say it's been there for 1,000 years. It sounds like a big tree that way. The old tree has more come my own.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, it is our heart that returns to our life. Every day you are taught to the old tree man picked the darling of a girl and asked her to make the girl bread. 14 leaves in her big girl short for the breast.
They go put the crowbar back.
Carry those leaves to the top of the tree. And bear the bosom. What's inside?
Right now.
From the bows of the black oak tree to the boiling water, she will steep the sand. And barehanded, till barefoot, was all that ran the length of her skin.
Hey, Casey. Yeah. Did you plug this projector into one of those outlets there?
Blasphemous
What
cartography.
thing?
Cartography
One
and
that's
the untitled documents that go with it.
No, I
I
know
love
this
this
thing
phrase.
though. Yeah.
Blasphemous cartography. Can you break that down for us? What does that actually mean?
Well, think about what a map does. A standard map tells you where things are. It tells you where the roads are, where the borders are. It's defined by authority, by the government, by society, or in this context, by heaven's eyes. A map tells you where you are allowed to go.
So the map is the rule book.
Exactly. So blasphemous cartography is about drawing your own lines. It's about charting a course that contradicts the official map. It is blasphemous because it rejects the sacred, accepted order of things.
The lyrics mention mapping places where heaven's eyes fail to pry.
Exactly. It's about finding a space under the water, in the fathomless deep, where the rules of God and society don't apply. And the writer uses quantum physics to explain how this connection works.
They mention quantum effects and superposition.
Right, so very quickly, in quantum mechanics, entanglement is a phenomenon where two particles become linked. If you change the state of one, the other changes instantly, even if they are on opposite sides of the universe. Distance doesn't matter.
So if one spins up, the other spins down instantly.
Exactly. And Einstein called this spooky action at a distance. The writer is applying this to love. They are saying, we don't need your map, we don't need to be in the same room, we are entangled.
That's powerful. It's the scientific version of a soulmate.
It is. It's saying that their connection is a fundamental law of physics, not just a feeling. The writer is saying, we draw our own topography.
It's so rebellious. No reading the signs, no heeding of caution. It's saying that true connection exists outside of the rules of the universe.
And it's not just romantic, there's a nerdy joy to it, too. We have to mention this.
Abnormal listening behavior is the acute, conscious or unconscious act that
Danny, they're harassing me.
responds to a given stimuli, such as hearing a bee but not wanting honey, getting excited over a girl that most don't find attractive, or not wanting to return home even if the girl is not.
Really make it me.
Included that power using responses to control stimulus were given when subjects acted in accordance with the prescribed specifications for valid responses given to them prior to the
Concurrent
study.
views.
As
There's
a
3 people
hypothetical,
watching this shit. Oh my god.
acting in accordance
Okay.
with self-derived affect were found not to be initiating valid responses and thus to display abnormal and unpredictable behavior in response to the study. The affliction is contagious, found to be spread as an airborne vector through the discussion of invalid emotional responses or effects with other individuals, through the environment by providing opinions on invalid responses through written, auditory, or visual means, and through physical intimacy when passionate desire drives the libido. Treatment involves the removal of triggers that invoke valid responses, the constitution of valid responses within the afflicted, daily, life
I don't know if this
post-care
one's
follow-up to
pointing where
ensure
you
that
got
the patient
at.
has
Yeah, we'll,
emotional response plan.
Daniel, say
In rare cases, complete removal of spirit is required to prevent relapses. If you see or hear of someone displaying abnormal listening behavior, you are required to alert the local authorities immediately, or risk prior community contamination with unapproved thoughts and feelings. Thank you.
So, okay, bringing this all together, we've looked at this stack of spy thrillers, ghost stories, and math equations. What is the takeaway? Why should we care about this chaotic mix?
You ready for the show, Finley?
Look at the world these lyrics describe. It's terrifying. There are vampires in Brewster. There are spies in 27 cases erasing their past. There are newsreaders who only know what is done. It's a hostile environment.
Even the sun is breathing ice in eclipsing.
Right. But in the middle of all that hostility, whether it's a war zone or a collapsing universe, the characters find each other. They use whatever tools they have available.
So if they have a radio, they listen to white noise. If they have a map, they draw new lines. If they have quantum physics, they use entanglement.
Exactly. Connection is the survival mechanism. It doesn't matter if you are alive, dead, or a ghost in a bathing suit. If you are entangled, you survive the collapse.
It's a world that rejects the newsreaders, right?
Abnormal listening behavior is defined as a chronic or acute, conscious or unconscious affect or invalid response to a given stimuli, such as hearing a bee but not wanting honey, getting excited over a girl that most don't find attractive, but not wanting to return home even if your parents are not fighting. A wholly blind study concluded that valid emotional responses to controlled stimulus were given when subjects acted in accordance with the prescribed specifications for valid responses given to them prior to the study. As hypothesized, those acting in accordance with self-derived affect were found not to be initiating valid responses and thus were found to display abnormal and unpredictable behavior in response to the study. The infliction is contagious, found to be spread as an airborne vector through the discussion of invalid emotional responses or thoughts with other individuals, through the environment by providing opinions on invalid responses through written, auditory, or visual mediums, and through physical intimacy when passionate desire drives the libido. Treatment involves the removal of triggers that invoke valid responses, the constitution of valid responses within the afflicted, daily, lifelong post-care follow-up to ensure that the patient has correctly assimilated the prescribed emotional response plan. In rare cases, complete removal of spirit is required to prevent relapses. If you see or hear of someone displaying abnormal listening behavior, you are required to alert the local authorities immediately or risk broader community contamination with unapproved thoughts and feelings. Thank you.
Again, I'm Marjorie Benson. This is a character study of a town gossip.
Oh, Marjorie. We all know Marjorie. She is described as chunking past her on the dais and judging everyone in the congregation.
But note the energy description. She's described as being electric till the sun's down. She thrives on the judgment. It's a critique of hypocrisy. You know, people who are pious on Sunday but are junking on the preacher's words just to have something to whisper about later. The writer clearly has a bone to pick with organized, performative religion.
Thank you very much. Half a cup of powdered sugar, a quarter teaspoon of salt, a pinch of Turkish hashish, and half a pound of butter. A teaspoon of vanilla sugar, half a pound of flour, 150 grams of ground nuts.
Why would you go from 3 grams to 12 or 15 if you did that wrong?
And no eggs.
16 if you had the height.
Put it in a bowl, stir in butter, add the ground nuts and knead the dough. Shape the dough into eyeball-sized pieces. Roll in icing sugar and say the magic words. Simsala bimbamba, saladu saladim. Simsala bimbamba, saladu saladim. Place on a greased baking sheet and bake at 200 degrees for 15 minutes. Place on a grease paper sheet of bed at 200 degrees for 15 minutes. And no eggs.
Oh, look at this.
And no eggs. The ready bake at 200 degrees for 15 minutes. And no
It's Jacob's interlude.
Oh my gosh, Jacob, you're the man. This is a total palate cleanser. Amidst all the ghosts and the pig gods, we get this romantic tribute to a friend who is essentially the ultimate nerd.
It celebrates his knowledge of Battlestar Galactica, Stargate Atlantis, and Deep Space Nine.
And compares his attributes to a best he can.
Which is crude, yes, but it fits the vibe. It's this very real, grounded male friendship. It shows that the writer values that nerd culture connection just as much as the supernatural romance.
It feels real.
Those are
You provided
talking about
unequivocally
lyrics that I wrote for a
guidance.
birthday song
That's
for
good
you that I
friend.
never recorded.
It grounds the
And
writer.
how I
You
talked
know, they
about
aren't
your
just this
your
gothic
junk
poet.
being the size
They're
of a
also a
Pepsi
guy
can.
who watches sci-fi
And
with his buddies.
Exactly, it adds dimension. It shows that this blasphemous cartography isn't just about tragic love, it's about finding your tribe.
Abnormal listening behavior is defined as a chronic or acute conscious.
Okay. Oh. Wait, is that the hot dog?
Hello, everybody. Thank you for the waiting. We're going to get started here in about 30 seconds or so. We're waiting for Jay, though, huh?
Oh, apparently Cat's right next to it.
Yeah. How's everybody doing tonight? It's 7:30. Where are your kids?
No, it's 10 o'clock.
They're watching on the stream, apparently.
They're getting wasted at an Angry Sock Puppets concert. Yeah! Everybody gets laid. I mean, except Jason. Everybody else gets laid.
Oh, no. She's on the camera and not me.
Long story. It's just that the kids are
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Wham! Finley, bring me one of those mints.
Your monitor mom.
I just need one minty mint.
Oh, monitor mom. Oh, I got you. I see what you did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, I mean, well, I'm so glad you came back for sure.
So the song I'm playing.
It is that pretty song. So it's one.
Completely new verse stage is required to
It's like
prevent relapses.
And it'll be the last one. And so, yeah. But if you want to check it out, you can just check out that link. Talking heads. That's the one.
So that everyone else can see good.
Yeah. We're waiting for a really good friend of mine, which is why we haven't started yet. Jay Jones, Jay Jones, tattoo artist. Yeah. No, that's why we're waiting. Yeah. And so we got people here from Fresno and Phoenix and Colorado and straight out of Compton. Who's that? Yeah, Kalani, straight out of Compton. Hawaiian Compton.
In Yucca Valley.
And where?
Oh, I forget.
Yeah. So there we go. So very nice, very nice. I'm so glad that you all came. I turned 45 a week ago. Yeah, pretty cool. Right? Yeah. And it's funny, like you'd think I'd learned something by the time I'm 45, but it doesn't matter how old I get. Whenever I see a pretty girl, I get this big, thick, hard, long knot in my stomach when I see them like that. And that's what this first song is about.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
Not in the stomach.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, looking at what they did. Wait a moment. This is
Might
why.
start in the stomach.
Does yours start in the stomach? Man, that'd be wild.
Let's take a break from the candy for a little
From
bit.
the belly button.
Do you need the Heimlich or are you good, buddy?
I got her.
Okay.
I mean, it's at the very least the subconscious.
Right. I like what you did there.
Who?
There you go.
Oh, is she?
Yep. That's car approaching. Or it's April.
That's for you. That's for you too.
No, you can take a break.
This is also the new single off this album. If you haven't checked it out, it is on all of the streaming services as well as YouTube, all the things. How's it sound? Does it sound good? Yeah! I took my high-minded ideas, a matchbook and a cassette deck. On the rooftop in the rain with the view, watched the ash fly by as I burned all I knew. The concrete orchestra plays the rhythm of the feet. Alone in the front row, head down where the finale goes under my feet. She's thinking what's behind him, look! He's always turning about. What a pretty naive girl it seems to be. That butterflies turned his head around. It might be all the colors mixed with the sound of the batting wings. He hasn't the stones to tell her that she's everything he's always hoped to see. At a running list of failed romance with a stomach tied up in knots. You'll find the dullest shades of gray. She doesn't give up, showing you the highlights of the day. Where's the song in the sky? The percussion in the clouds. Nothing can be heard through the roar of the sound of butterflies following her around. On the crest of the hill, she wraps his arms around her chest. Doesn't pick up the clues given through her shoes. Silly boy, the answer is under my blouse. He wants to know all the secrets hidden throughout her world. When she's undressing, what kinds of butterflies are leading lovers to her? Driver turns the corner, rain scratches through foggy headlamps and wiper lashes. Midnight falling, try and keep your sanity till morning. We clasp hands and agree it's now or never. Moths wander the dark leaving streets of black and white. The forest and our shadows plunder the blood moonlight. Back to back as you move ahead, I'm not far behind, watching the charcoal night erase and divide. The only color is you. Show me your butterfly, Joe. The only color is you. The only color is you. Reach out and touch your face. These butterflies caged inside of me can finally make their escape. Lost my high-minded ideas, threw my caution to the wind. All I know is to follow the trails of butterflies, 'cause you'll be there at the end. Let's clap for some big hard knots out there, right? Yeah! Big ones. Waiting at the end! Yes, butterflies turn my head around to you. Oh, he wasn't even looking at me. Thank you. Yeah!
So that's Butterfly. Thank you very much. I'm gonna bring up a special guest tonight.
Oh?
Name of Alex. He's gonna come and play a little guitar. He's actually on the cover of the first Angry Sock Puppets album and has never played a lick of anything with them before. No.
But today he will.
Woo!
Go
Too
Woo!
No.
I've
No.
been slapping
Sit
the bass a
down.
little bit.
You're not part of this ensemble. We love you. You're doing great.
That was a good song, Chris.
Oh yeah. Rock and roll.
That was very song.
Yeah, where's your stage manager? She's off. Non-existent.
Yeah.
You need to fire your roadie.
Yeah. Well,
I
the
put
weather
have a
just
network like that.
pretty like off.
No, what the hell?
What the hell?
What the hell?
How's the sound out there, folks?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Sounds like a bass.
Where
I don't know, hopefully his sounds like a guitar.
No comment.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like a guitar. It sounds like a. It sounds like a guitar.
Little did you know, it sounds like a bassoon. How did a string instrument sound like a woodwind? I don't know.
Oh, you can do that on this.
Oh, it is possible.
What made you find this concert party?
Have you ever told you about the instrument I helped invent that I made out of a urinal?
Yes, I've heard it played.
Oh yeah, you were there.
I was there.
Oh yeah.
Urinal for Sephora.
Can I get my
Okay, I think that's.
I actually made it sound like an ambulance for us.
We're gonna be having dinner soon.
I don't have good dinner.
It's the only thing you're gonna be
It'd be
getting.
nice when I have a roadie.
I mean, Finley's for hire. $3.99.
Go up.
Yeah. We're gonna play that.
DMB.
That's a hard song to play. I'm gonna play that. You know, Let's Play Pool, they don't even play that song anymore because he's like, it's too hard.
Oh, DMB.
Yeah. I love that.
That does slop into the bass.
Yeah. You ready?
Cool.
This song is about remember to tell the people that you love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What?
Huh?
I'm old. Hear that? All strung out and hoping daily news break my bones under the neon hues. Forgot what the strings tied for not moving. Taught I'm a puppet to dance in the dark. There was something I was supposed to do. Suppose there's something in the voices are deafening. There was something it's all about forgetting time fast. There was something that I had to do. You better put it in the loop. You better put it in the better put it back to back. That's great. Hung up on the wall, the crowd is insatiable. Every 30 look, I just stare back quizzically, dousing all my doubts with something that's tall and stout. Another empty glass, I look through to find my way back. There was something I was supposed to do. Suppose it's something you can't think. There was something, and what's this all about? There's a train running across the ground through the dark. There was something that I haven't a clue. Everybody knew what to do, but couldn't give me the news. Now I look about it without a doubt. Everyone's all about doubt, so I guess I'll just sit this one out. Woo!
Yeah.
That's right, you're the I told you the fog is clear as you appear and gets clearer when you move nearer. My time is for you. I always say it in my head, sleeping together in my bed about time. The trip is overdue. My time is for you. I made you so. You always knew, but the time was through. Thank you, Alex. Remember to tell the people you love that you love them.
Absolutely.
I love you all.
They might not be here tomorrow. Or
I love you, Chris.
I love you, Alex.
Oh, God bless your heart.
We have a bromance.
I love you.
Oh, yay. I love you.
We love each other.
By marriage.
Wait. What was that? So the new album is going to be out here any day now. It was supposed to be out yesterday, but I don't know, the distributor, they're in Russia, so they're on some kind of different time or something. But if you want to listen to it now, you can go to the website, intermission-asp.web.app, and listen to the whole album for free on there, with some fun videos and some good stuff on there. So that is happening. And this next song is about light and dark, but mostly light.
That's not that though.
We love angry sock puppets.
Yeah, you do.
That's right, Ben.
The doctor said it's in your lungs. She thought at least I could breathe to tell everyone it won't be long. She drove to the beach to see just how far the moonlight could reach. And Margot took her clothes off, jumped off the pier, and then disappeared. Elvin McDonald was a fucking nerd, manga on her name. That's all he did. So took the halo with your girl, he'd turn away off the doodle from politely. When Japanese and moved away to become a Gaijin superstar. Sons of Pope Project made white food from his pants and philosophy. All these wonderful people we meet, can't you see? Everyone wants the same thing. Let us be ourselves and let others be ourselves. And what they're hiding, that's the part that I can see your dreams inside my dream. It's funny how we're thinking the same. When the light expires, we don't have to go. The light inside you makes the darkness home. Through the soft this guitar in tow, there's no strings safe. The note that's up to 7 doesn't hear me. Did it turn away? Shouldn't be that far off, like a roadside diner or a telephone booth. And if, well, I can chart my part and you can talk it from the heart. Listening to your movement as you're counting just how you want it from the start. So many things to say, but a secret can't afford how I feel about you. Feeling the same way too, you're so hard. To call me and hang them from the trees. You know just what to say from the top of the roof. Sweet dreams. So has anybody here ever felt like people thought they were like the dumb princess, you know? That's cool. Anybody here? Yeah. Talk to me grows homework.
Oh yeah.
Fuck those people. Fuck them. Okay? Each one of you are unique, beautiful snowflakes. And I love you all. I just want to send this song out to my son, Casper. Because he decided he's going to be himself, so we all should do that too. A million ways to shove them right out the door. A million more with love to keep them safe and warm. How can we open our hearts to those we ignore? Tap a button and that person isn't there anymore. We don't have to share what you need outside beneath the sheets. Well, not words are true like a street sign. Mind your smile, cause you move all the time. All these beautiful people we meet, can't you see? Well, everyone wants the same thing. Let us be ourselves and let others be ourselves. It's divided, there's no match. Your dreams inside my dream. It's funny how it becomes. When the light expires, you don't have to go. The light inside you makes the darkness come. 11 days later, Marvel walked out of the sea. Everyone asked what's it like being in the darkness. No one cares who you are. They just happen to have some fun. When the light expires and you're all alone, memories of the sky and sunshine. Because we're wrong, those times we won't forget or inspired light returning to the sun. Well, everyone wants the same thing, just let others be who they want to be. Up like your corner, walk in the dark, where inspired light will fill your heart anymore. Yeah, don't let your light expire, yo.
Will
Keep
you
your light-
change his butt?
Yes.
Thank you.
Do you guys want an encore? If not, I'll leave right now. You want an encore? Baby? Let's see if we can think of another song. Okay, yeah, sure. We'll go. We're going to invite another friend of the Angry Sock Puppets to the stage today. Jason Wakamanajanaza. Yeah, he's going to be playing the djembe on the song. This is a cover, but we're going to close up with the cover because, you know, why not? Some of you might know this. I like this band a lot. You probably know that.
Angry Sock Puppets? I like them.
I like them too. Yeah, tell your friends.
Me too.
Buy the album.
Yeah.
Send Casper to college. Because otherwise, not happening. Where do you go? What? What about time?
everybody! There we go. I probably just got copyright strike on the YouTube because I forgot to turn it off. At least it's the end. So I want to thank you all for coming. That's all I have for tonight. That's it. But go listen to the album. There's 7 other songs on there that will make you cream your jeans. Like, right where you're standing. You'll just be like, oh! By listening to those songs. So go do that. Or whatever you do. Like, with all these things nowadays, like the different nouns and stuff, I'm like not sure what anybody does anymore, but, but whatever you do, you'll do it when you listen to this album. So Intermission, everywhere, soon, like hopefully today, or something like that. Or the website, intermission-asp.web.app. Thank you, good night! There we go. Yeah! All right, now we're party.